Top of the table again, but I'm not celebrating that performance. Arsenal won Newcastle United 0, 3 points, yes, but that felt like a team hanging on, not a team in control. Am I being too harsh? I think you are being too harsh, slightly, because context matters. This is the run-in, pressure is at its peak, and games like this are never about style. Arsenal didn't play their best football, yes, but they controlled the outcome. That's a different kind of dominance. Different kind of dominance. Really? Because I watched a team that scored early and then spent the rest of the game inviting pressure. That's not control, that's survival. I disagree with that interpretation. What you're calling inviting pressure is actually game state management. Arsenal lowered the tempo, reduced transitions, and forced Newcastle into less dangerous areas. The issue isn't that they were under pressure, it's that they didn't extend the lead. Exactly, they didn't kill the game. And that's my problem. In a title race, can you afford to keep leaving games alive like that? That's a fair concern, but elite teams don't always dominate for 90 minutes. They dominate key moments. Arsenal dominated the most important moment, the goal. After that, they protected it effectively. Let's talk about that goal then. Eberechi Eze, unbelievable strike, but are we now relying too much on moments of brilliance rather than sustained attacking play? Not necessarily. That goal comes from a structured set-piece routine. It's rehearsed, intentional, repeatable. 17 goals from corners this season. That's not luck or moments, that's system efficiency. System efficiency, I agree. But open play still looks off. There's hesitation, less risk-taking, fewer penetrative runs. Is pressure starting to affect decision-making? Yes, and that's the most important point of the game. You can see players choosing safety over aggression. Instead of forcing the second goal, they're protecting the first. That's psychological, not tactical, and it's very common in title races. Again, caution first have been central to Arteta's strategy this season. That's the reason for the backlash the team have seen from various quarters. So that plus the pressure of the run-in, even more caution. So now we're talking mentality. Are Arsenal showing champion mentality or signs of nerves? Both exist at the same time. These are humans, not robots. The nerves are there. You can feel it in the tempo and decision-making. The mentality shows in the result. Previous Arsenal teams don't win this game. This one does. All right, let's bring in the defense, because if we're honest, they bailed the team out a few times. David Raya especially, huge moments again. Absolutely. Raya's positioning and timing were excellent. But more importantly, the defensive unit stayed organised under pressure. 16 clean sheets, that's not accidental. That's a title-winning defensive foundation. Now, the part that worries me the most, injury struck again. Kai Havertz off, Eze off. In this moment of the season, isn't that more dangerous than the performance itself? 100%, because now you're not just managing games, you're managing bodies, fatigue, rhythm. Even minor injuries can disrupt consistency, and consistency is everything in this run-in. Hopefully those injuries aren't serious. At least there's one positive. Bukayo Saka is back and he instantly looked like the difference maker again. Does his return fix some of these attacking issues? It helps massively. Saka brings unpredictability, he forces defenders into decisions, creates space, and raises the overall attacking level. Arsenal are a different team with him on the pitch. All right, let's settle this. That game. Champions performance or warning sign? Champions performance with underlying warning signs. You take the 3 points every day, but internally, you know there's another level needed. I'm going to push back one last time, because if Arsenal keep playing like this, I don't think they win the title. Too cautious, too reactive, not ruthless enough. And I'll counter that. If Arsenal keep winning like this, they absolutely can win the title. Because at this stage, results matter more than aesthetics. Do you realise this title could be decided on goal difference? This team needs to start scoring more goals. I agree, that's a possibility, but I don't see goals deciding this title. Points will. All right, this is where we bring you in. Arsenal fans, be honest. Are you confident after that performance or worried? Champions mentality or crack showing? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this debate is far from over.